if you were thinking of getting a ticket now, it's sold out. Wembley Stadium is sold out. Oh, this was 1992, so it's a while ago. It's finished now anyway. The Summerslam from 92. Being a UK person, a UKer, a Brit, we used to have an empire apparently. I've never seen it, but apparently we did. The incursion, or I suppose the gift, the present of the WWF coming over to our country and providing fantastic wrestling action was, and I saw them in 1991. I was so far up in the gods, I thought, is that Roddy Piper? Can't quite work out. Could be anybody. But anyway, they were at Wembley Stadium. They did sell it out. It was SummerSlam 1992. We are about to go there. This is 1992 Wrestling Superstars, or Superstars of Wrestling, if you'd like. It's the 15th of that very month, and on the 28th, I want to say, they will be there. Yeah, and I remember seeing it on pay-per-view. I didn't go. I remember seeing it. I remember seeing the great tandem of LOD. What a rush! Or rather, gosh, because this has reminded me that we had the execrable situation of Rocco. Remember him? You've got a really tough team, the Legion of Doom, formerly, of course, known as the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, who are not tag team champions anymore because Money Inc. are. Erwin R. Shyster, Erwin, and everybody's got a price. Everybody's going to pay because the $1 Million Man always gets his way. Yeah, they're the tag team champions, so they brought in Paul Ellering, their previous manager, of course, and he has said in their first promo together, "You'll always get the worst of us." I don't think he really. Well, I didn't think at the time, having seen it, that he'd phrased it correctly. But having seen Rocco, I think he's probably right. Because Rocco, I don't know how this has happened, whether or not he went to Vince and said, I'm a ventriloquist as well. He said, "Who said that?" Well, he was saying it while he was drinking a glass of water. So, yeah, I'm a ventriloquist as well. Really? Well, we should do something around that then. Or rather, really? Well, we should do something around that then. Something like that. That kind of voice. I don't know if this actually happened. I don't know how it happened, but we were left with a greaser-looking ventriloquist dummy called Rocco, and he's interviewed this week. Oh, it's just terrible. Way to make LOD look really foolish. Okay, we start, though, with the Big Boss Man, who's facing Skinner. So usually you get a jobber versus a WWF superstar, but Skinner is here because the Big Boss Man wanted to sign up against someone who was going to challenge him because, of course, he's been beaten up recently and put on the shelf by Nails with the Funny Boys. Yeah. So Skinner does attack him immediately. There are some extraordinary things in here, including the Big Boss Man getting hit with the alligator foot that Skinner keeps in his shirt. Extraordinary. He attacks him straight away, smacks him with an alligator claw, and then chokes him with the very same claw. It seems to me it's a bit weird, and it causes the comment from Vince McMahon, "Alligator claw to the back of the man's head." Never expected to hear that when I was watching the WWF. Skinner bites his face. There's an illegal uppercut. It's a closed fist from Bossman right in front of the ref, who of course has been allowing this stuff anyway, and the Bossman gets the Bossman slam for the pin. Now Harvey Whippleman is bringing Kamala to the WWF, and as he says, "The man I discovered." No, you didn't discover him, did you? I mean, it's hard. It's easier now with the internet, the WWW thing, the World Wide Web, to see that actually he started in CWF. Didn't Jerry Lawler bring him in? Isn't it that? Certainly Harvey Whippleman didn't. Whipplenum didn't discover him at all. But anyway, you're going to get Kamala versus Joe Steele. He will fight The Undertaker at SummerSlam. I remember that now. Nice high spinning kick from Kamala. He, of course, wins. And then we have a situation where, hey, he's just going down the aisle. He hasn't even really... It's not as if he's hung about at all, Kamala and Kimchi and Whipperman. They haven't been hanging about. Suddenly, out comes the Undertaker and Paul Bearer. Oh, Mr. Kamala. And they sort of square up to each other. Kamala looks frightened. Does a very good job, actually, of whimpering slightly, whilst the Undertaker just stares at him. You don't often get a logjam, do you, in the entranceway? It's a logjam in your entranceway. That's not ideal. And the Undertaker is versus, I don't know, there's a quick tombstone and that's over. So it doesn't really matter who it is, does it? It seems. Apparently, Body Stars will give you the fit, the famous, the fun, and the absolutely... well, there is a word beginning with F, which I could use, but I'm not going to. So have a look at Body Stars. It's on TV, I think, or it was then. Right. The whole thing about Summerslam is that the Macho Man will be facing the Ultimate Warrior for the championship. I'm not going to tell you who won. You can look it up on that World Wide Web thing. But the whole idea is that Mr. Perfect, who of course is still doing the colour commentary, unfortunately, with Mr. McMahon, is saying that his phone's been red hot and he's had both offers from Macho Man Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior, and so much money that he and Ric Flair, because you buy one, you get the other. That's a bog-off deal. A bog-off. Buy one, get one free. And they're going to be in someone's corner. Out comes the Macho Man with Mean Gene. And Mr. Perfect's there to say, you know, I had an offer from you. I had another one from the Ultimate Warrior, which is very good. I might need to accept it. And after he leaves, the Macho Man says, I might be working with him. I might not. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm not really bothered who's in the corner of match of don't really care. It doesn't bother me. Flair is already kind of yesterday's man in a way. Anyway, you've got Tim McNeevy and Harry Seavey. Do you think that they actually thought McNeevy and Seavey, put those two together? Maybe they did. Versus money. You'll be surely audited this time, or even audited. Either way. There is a DiBiase back elbow. There's a nice suplex, butterfly suplex from DiBiase. Then you've got Rocco the Dummy, which of course is a real reason to leave the match for. Double back elbow. Maybe they thought he was going to have his own show or something. Yeah, a flying clothesline, which is very nice from Irwin, and the $1 Million Dream for the pin. Right, Gene is with the SummerSlam update. It's sold out, and of course you've also got Bret Hitman Hart, or as Michael Buffer once called him, Bret Hitman Clark, if I remember rightly, facing his family friend, well, he's part of the family, the British Bulldog. Of course, he's married to Bret Hart's sister, Diana Hart, who then gives us a really heartfelt promo in which she cries. She cries because Bret Hart's he's not really following it. He's like, oh God, oh, not really. Oh, I can't. Oh my God. Anyway, it's not great. Then we've got Jim Powers versus Razor Ramon. This is really the end of things, and it's one of the first times he's been on TV in the WWF. Has Razor Ramon throws the toothpick? It misses by miles. Yeah, Jim Powers. I mean, he perfected it later on, but Jim Powers looks behind his shoulder. Where did that go? What was that? He goes to the eyes. There's a nice back superplex actually from Razor. He gets the Razor's Edge. They've not named it yet. It's a crucifix type move, but he looks like, because he had to get him on his shoulders and then extend him in a military press type way. He looks like he's really struggling, does Razor Ramon. Really looks like he's struggling. And this program was struggling as well. Because the whole thing about SummerSlam is that you're probably going to get some pay-per-views. You're going to get a really big gate, aren't you? And maybe American audiences might say, don't want that, it's too British. But you've got to open up new areas, haven't you? And that's the excitement here. Who's going to be in whose corner? That's not excitement, is it? And this wasn't exciting either. But again, I love it because it's my era. From 88 to 97, 8, 9, 10, 2024 are all my eras, aren't they? Ta-ta.